All right, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Rhythm and Notes Music Channel. I have an exciting lesson that you will love today. Before we start, please do me a favor and, of course, like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much. All right, so now this tutorial is going to be in the key of C major. Now we have your C. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that's your major scale for your C major. Okay, now it's essentially a 3 to 6 movement that we're doing. 3 to 6. We got 3, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6. But then we're gonna put, bring in a small, some nuances and some flavor by using something that we call your relative major key. All right. I know this is a little bit intermediate, um, but bear with me, okay? I'll try my best to explain to you. So now, when we say relative major, right, we're talking about what key is related to the key of C, right? And that will be the key of E flat. And how do we come about that? How do we get that, right? So now, the key of E flat, we have do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, right? Notice C is part of the key of E flat. But what does C represent? C represents the sixth. Do, ti, la. C minor represents the sixth or the la of E flat. So therefore, there is a relationship. They are cousins. You can call it that way, okay? All right. So when we're in the key of C, we can borrow chords from our cousin, which is E flat. For example, if you're in the key of F, we can borrow chords from our cousin, which is the key of A flat. Right? And how do you get that? It's simple. Right? You go up a minor third. So do, re, instead of going to mi, you go to mo. Right? Do, re, flat 3, 1, 2, flat 3, and your flat 3 becomes your cousin. It becomes your relative major. Understood? Another way to think about it is, what is C the minor sixth of? And it's gonna be, so that's why it's very important, guys, to know your scales. You have to know your scales in and out, all 12 keys. You have to know them. Okay. All right. So now we have established that E flat is our relative major. We're gonna be borrowing chords from it, right? So now what I mean by that is, so in that small progression that I did, right, I went from 3, then I went to 6. So instead of going from 3 in the key of C, we can go to 3 in the key of E flat. So in E flat, what is our 3? You have 1, 2, 3. Right? E flat is G. I'm sorry, the 3 of E flat is G. Alright, so we play our G minor and then go to our 6. What is our 6 in the key of E flat? Is our C. Right? And then I do something like this. Now what I'm doing for this chord is that whatever my bass note for my 6 is, I'm playing a diminished chord on the flat 7, which is B flat. So that's what I'm doing. I'm playing a diminished chord right here. See, B flat diminished over my C, and it becomes a C7 flat 9. All right, hope y'all got that. Right? So instead of doing this, 3, 6, you can do this. 3, 6. It brings it a whole new different level of brightness. It makes the progression bright and different. Hope that that makes sense. So all I'm doing is, so now that progression, I was doing this. Okay, so I go to, it's a 2, 2, 5, 3, 6. It's a 2, 5, 3, 6 movement, right? So I just play. The melody starts on the 6 or la. So la ti do, right? And because I'm going to 2, so later on I'll do another tutorial on how to form chord extensions. So now this is my 2. Now all I'm doing is I'm playing a major 7th on the minor 3, so which harmonizes very well. It gives you D minor ninth, a D minor ninth. You can even add the T here, which gives you a 13th. So again, ba, 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 ba. Then you play your 5. This is your 5. Which G major add 2. So the G major, you just add in the 2, the re. That's it. So again, ba, 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 ba. Then we go to 3, 6, right? So we can do this. I just do a small walk up, right? Chromatic walk up with the left hand. Boom. And then to the 6, I'm doing this, right? Like as I said before, whatever I'm playing as the 6 on my left hand, but then you think, what is the flat 7 of this, of just A, of this 6? Is gonna be do, ti, to, right here, flat 7 right here, which is gonna be your G. So I'm forming a diminished chord on the G. So left hand plays the original key, the notes, right? And then the right hand plays a diminished chord on the flat 7. So that's it. All right. And again, as I said, instead of doing this, playing the 3, 6 in the key of C, you could do the 3, 6 in the key of E flat, because that's its cousin, relative major, right? So the 3, 6, the 3 of E flat is this. So you could do this. You get your G minor 7th, and then you go into your 6, which is a C. So you simply just go do this. So you have 2 options. And you can also do this. Boom. Beautiful. Right? The next part of the progression is this. So now we think about the key of F. Okay? So I'm sorry. So now we're in the key of, so we transition from the key of C. Now we're going to its relative major, which is in the key of E flat, right? So now we're playing the 2. Right? 2, 5. So it's still a 2, 5, 3, 6 movement. So 2, 5. Right? In the key of E flat, we have 2. And then, so do, re, mi, fa, so, right? Right here, it's our 5. So we're doing a F minor 9, then we go to the 5, flat. Let me do it again. So we have da 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 ba 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 ba. Notice in the key of C, we started from the 6, la, right? Right, so now in the key of E flat, we're still starting from the 6, which is C. So ba 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 ba, right? And then we have to go 3, 6. So we could either do a 3, 6 in the key of C, which gives us this, or we can do a 3, 6 again in the key of E flat. Understood? So the key of E flat, we have a 3. We can do this. Boom. Right? Bum, 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 oh, bum. Beautiful, right? That's it. And then now we transition in the key to the key of F. Okay, so we have so in the key of F, your 6 is your D. So we have Bum, 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 bum. Right? 2, 5. You're still going to 2, 5 in the key of F. So now we went from the key of C to the key of E flat. Now we're in the key of F. Now we're playing 2, 5, 3, 6 in the key of F. So 2 in the key of F is this. And your 5 is this. See? Bum, 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 bum. Again. So 2, 5, 2, 5. Right? You can go ahead and do your 3, which is this, right? So I'm playing my 3 here on my left, and I'm just playing a C major 7th on my right side. That gives you your 3. And then your 6, boom. See, 3, 6, 3, 6. So I'm playing my 6 with my left, and I'm forming diminished chord on my right side. Okay. And alternatively, you could play with the relative major of F, which gives you A flat. Right. So now with A flat, what is a 3 of A flat? So we have 1, 2, 3. Okay. So instead of going this way, 3, 6, you can go this way. Right. See that? 3 and then 6. See? 3, 6. So this is my 6 in the key of E flat, A flat, right? I have my 6 and I'm forming a diminished chord on my right side. So same concept. We're just pushing it to a different key. All right. So now to recap, we go from the key of C, and then we go up a minor third to the key of E flat, which represents its relative major, right? And then we do a 2, 5 from that one too as well. And then we go to the key of F. We do a 2, 5 in the key of F, 2, 5, right? And then 3, 6. But then instead of doing a 3, 6 in the key of F, we can do the 3, 6 in the key of its relative major, which is A flat. I hope that made sense. So now let me do the whole performance again, slowly, with some explanation. Now we have, so in the key of C, we have easy, right? And then we go 3, 6. Let me do it again. Then we got 3, 6, 3. Boom. Right? Or we could do this 3. Yeah. See that? Hope that makes sense. Okay, so it's just a 2, 5, 3, 6 movement, but then with a 3, 6, we're borrowing chords from its relative major. Okay, so then we go to the key, this key right here, the key of E flats. Right now we're gonna be doing the same thing, same concept. So we're going to 2, 5. This is 2, 5 in the key of E flat. 2, 5, 3, 6. All right, that's it. So bum, 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 bum. Or we can do this. Bum, 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 bum. Beautiful. Now we go to the key of F. Now we do a 2, 5 in the key of F, and then 3, 6, or 2, 5, 3, 6 in the key of relative major, which is A flat. Let's go. So we have again. Right? Very simple concept, but I believe this will help you in understanding how to borrow chords. All right, it's pretty simple. Identify your relative major, and then borrow. You can either borrow the 2/5 or you can borrow the 3/6. But we rarely borrow the one. Okay, all right. Don't borrow the one. Go to the one. Go to whatever your key is. All right. So that's just a small intro into key borrowing. All right. Next time we'll go into much more depth about how to borrow chords from different keys. All right. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I really appreciate you. Please do me a favor and subscribe, like, share the video. Until next time, cheers.